Hi all, a warm welcome to my channel. This is Sunil Kumar. Currently, I am working as an IT professional. As you know, in my YouTube channel, I had already posted the cloud videos regarding AWS Solution Architect and AWS DevOps along with Azure DevOps as well. Here, I am announcing I am going to start some series of sessions on Azure and Azure DevOps. Here in these videos, I'm going to combine the Azure along with Azure DevOps. As I had already made videos on the Azure DevOps, but in this series of videos, I'm going to elaborate more. I'm going to cover the lot of topics related to the Azure and Azure DevOps. I can make sure that the videos I'm going to make will be definitely useful for you if even though you are a beginner or you are at the intermediate level, then definitely by seeing my videos, you will be able to understand what exactly cloud is, what the services we are using, how we can create the pipelines, and there are a lot of services I'm going to elaborate in these sessions. The thing is, from my end, I'm going to provide each and every stuff regarding these videos. Like I'm going to cover the lot of topics, and along with the topics, I'm going to share the material with you. How I can be able to share the material with you? You guys have the query. I have the option by creating the Google Classroom. So whatever the stuff I have, I'm going to upload into the Google Classroom, and whoever is interested, just please ping me comment by their email ID. Accordingly, I'm going to add those email IDs to the Google Classroom. Then you guys will be able to access the stuff or documents which I'm going to upload into the Google Drive or nothing but Google Classroom. Then while practicing, that will become easy with the help of documents I'm going to share with you. And from my end, not only the document, I'm going to provide some kind of sample resumes. I'm going to provide some kind of dumps. Whatever the things I have, I'm going to provide each and everything with you. But what are the prerequisites you need to follow? You just need to follow my channel. You just need to focus on my things which I am going to teach over the sessions, and you just need to subscribe my channel, and at the same time you need to share. Means if you like my videos, then please share with your friends. Okay, and let us have a quick look on the things which I am going to cover in these entire sessions. I'm going to show to you the topics here. Yeah, here I'm going to cover the curriculum of MS Azure along with Azure DevOps. Here I'm going to divide this syllabus into two parts. The first one is I'm going to cover about the Azure DevOps, and once we had the cover the modules in the Azure DevOps, we will move to the Azure. Okay, what are the topics which we are going to cover in the Azure DevOps? Let us have a quick look on those topics which I am going to cover in the upcoming sessions. Like the portal is, we have the two kinds of portals are there. One is portal.azure.com and the second one is dev.azure.com. Let us understand what you mean by dev portal. In the dev portal only, we can be able to create the services, and the dev portal at the same time portal Azure will communicate with each other. So in detail, we can discuss in detail in the upcoming sessions, no worries. And just have a quick look on what the things we are going to cover in the upcoming sessions. So we are going to start from the scratch level. Even though if you are a beginner, even though if you are at the intermediate level, then I can make sessions more convenient for you guys. You guys simply by watching my videos, you will have the better understanding what exactly flow is going on. Then definitely I can sure you will enjoy the sessions. Then I'm going to provide some kind of great stuff with you guys. Believe me, whatever the stuff, whatever the thing I know, I'm going to share my thoughts, each and everything with you. I hope that will be definitely helpful for you while practicing and at the same time while cracking the interview as well. I'm going to provide some kind of interview tips as well. Don't worry. At the end of the series. Okay. So let us have a quick look. So I'm going to cover from scratch level, like what is Azure DevOps, how we are going to create the free tier account, And what is SDLC? What do you mean by software development lifecycle? So we are going to have a look on each and everything. Like, so why companies are adopting Azure DevOps? What are the advantages which we got by using the Azure DevOps? Why major of the organization right now are focusing on Azure DevOps? What are the different types of tools which we are going to use on the Azure DevOps? And how we are going to create the repos, how we are going to push our code into the repos, and how we can be able to create the pipelines, how we are going to create the build pipelines, how we are going to create the release pipelines. Okay, how we are going to make the automation by using the help of the pipelines. What is Azure test plans? There are a lot of topics. What do you mean by boards? How we can be able to understand about the project with the help of the board, how to track the workflow. Okay, and what do you mean by CI/CD process? How we control the source code management, and how we can be able to enable the continuous integration, and how we make continuous deployment, and how we can be able to work with the Azure PaaS services. Like, we have some kind of different cloud models are there: IaaS, PaaS, IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. How we can work with these different types of cloud models, and how we can manage the release management, and we can discuss about the containerizations. Nowadays, what are the big companies are running, they are adopting containerization because of the beautiful advantages which they get by using the containerization. So we will have a look on this containerization as well. However, in this containerization, we are going to discuss about the Docker container. And once we have the enough knowledge on the Docker container, then we will move into the Kubernetes as well. Okay, and Terraform. It is like a infrastructure as a code automation. How we are going to create the scripts and how we are going to execute the scripts with the help of Terraform, how we can be able to create the environment over the Azure. So everything like Azure Kubernetes services, it's like a advanced level of the Docker. So by using the Kubernetes cluster, how we can manage the entire environment, how we can create the pods, how we can be able to run the services over the pods, how we improve the efficiency of our application. So everything, how we can create the backup, everything we are going to discuss in detail. And coming to the cloud session means Azure portal. So what are the services regarding the things? It's a IaaS or PaaS or SaaS. We need to create all the Azure portal only. From DevOps portal, we are going to create the pipeline. So the things, what are the things which we mentioned in the Azure DevOps portal? The services will be created over the Azure portal. Okay, so here we can we can have some kind of discussion regarding what are the different types of cloud models are available and the cloud, and what are the advantages of cloud. So why we are going to adapting the cloud, what happens if we adapt to the cloud, and quick introduction. So what do you mean by VM? VM is nothing but a simply we can call as a server. How server will be created, and how the server management will be done, and how with the help of the AI, how we can be able to communicate with the resources, how we can be able to take the help from AI while we are facing any kind of issues with any of the resources. So let us have a discussion on it, and creation of VMs and storage account. Okay, how to create the storage account, how to save the files over the storage account, what are the different types of things are available in the storage account, and everything like implementing and managing Azure networking. So how to create the Azure virtual network, how to create the subnets in the virtual network, how to provide the network rules, how to create the resources over the network, how to create the customized network, and app services. As you know, app services is a PaaS service which is used to host our application. Generally, we can be able to host our application on top of app services, or on top of virtual machine, or on top of containers. It's our project requirement. Based on the project requirement, we are going to host our application on top of PaaS or as IaaS or container, and SQL database. So how we are going to implement the Azure SQL and how to deploy the scripts over the Azure SQL server, how to make automatic script deployment over the Azure DB server, everything, and implementing of PaaS. Okay, and monitoring. This is the one of the important topic in the Azure, because of if you are aware about the monitoring only, then only you will be able to have the control. Like if you must need to be aware what's happening over the environment. You need to get the alert. You need to monitor the resources which you had created. Then if there is any issue is happen, with the help of the alerts which you had set, you will be alerted and you are going to perform the specific task or the resources in order to make it normal. Okay, this is the one of the important topic which we are going to cover. That is nothing but Azure Monitor. How we can create the logs, how we can create the alarms, everything we are going to discuss in this Azure monitoring session. And Active Directory, this is the hot. In Azure Active Directory only, we can be able to create the users, we can be able to create the groups, we can be able to provide the permissions, and the things, what are the things for every organization, the Azure Active Directory is just like a hot. Okay, how to manage subscriptions, how to manage the resource groups, and we can have sessions on the PowerShell. It's like a Windows native tool in order to do the automation. And RBAC, how we provide the role-based access control for the users, because of here the role-based controls plays very crucial role, because of I am not going to provide the entire admin access to anyone. Based on the requirement, I am going to restrict the permissions to the user, to my resources. How that will be implemented, everything we can discuss in detail in this RBAC session. Okay, traffic manager profile. So in this, this is nothing but the load balancer. How we are going to distribute the load among the servers, everything in detail we are going to discuss in these sessions. Okay, I hope you guys have a clear picture regarding the topics which I am going to cover in these entire sessions. Okay, here simply I am going to cover the MS Azure along with Azure DevOps. I am going to cover the lot of topics which is related to this. If you hear this entire sessions, then you can be able to clear some certifications as well. I can be able to support you, like by providing some kind of stuff, and at the same time by providing some kind of technical documents like dumps, interview tips, everything I'm going to provide to you. With the help of these tips, you can be able to clear the exam, and that will be, and at the same time it will be helpful for you while cracking the job as well. Because of why we are learning the courses, without purpose we can't learn anything now. If you learn this course, that becomes definitely useful for you in order to crack the interview. Okay, why we need to crack the interview? In order to get the job. Simply, I'm sure I make these videos will be 100% useful to you to do the things, and you can be able to get the job as well. No worries. Okay, please see the sessions which I'm going to cover, and if you have any doubts, just please put on the comment section. Accordingly, whenever I'm free, then definitely I would address your queries. Okay, this is the thing which I can be able to provide a support from my end, and hope this introduction is enough for you. Okay, and in the next session we will start with the introduction, like what is Azure and what is Azure DevOps, and everything we are going to discuss in detail in the next session. Until signing off, thank you, bye bye.